Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
This is the last point of the chapter. One page is included about the safety measures in case of earthquakes. Earthquake is a natural disaster. What it is considered and what we know about that. What is earthquake? It is categorized under as a natural disaster. So under this earthquakes, this is the most important part of your syllabus. It is included in the social science. So to develop awareness among the students, the teacher must have to impart the knowledge about that. What is earthquake and what are the safety measures? How we can overcome from this problem? Not to panic about that. A proper planning is required. How the planning to be executed, their implementation, execution, everything as a safety measures. In the case of the earthquake, when it happens, when it occurs, how we have to overcome from this problem. So such things we are coming to discuss inside this study material as an awareness part of the society, as our education. We must have to know about that, the safety measures in case of earthquakes. First of all, steps to take if earthquake occurs. If earthquake, because no one knows about that when it will happen. It's not like that the prediction of that the meteorological department, how they are giving the prediction about that, what is the temperature of the today and how the temperature will fall at night, amount of rainfall, then storms, then low pressure in the oceanic belt. Everything can be mispredicted. But regarding this earthquake, prediction cannot be done. Only that the geoscientists, the geologists, they can give certain idea about that on the earth surface, which are considered or comes under the seismic zone. Seismic zone is a term used for that where the earthquake occurs very frequently. So there is no any prediction for the earthquake. So now coming to discuss about that, the three different parts of this earthquake. One is about the before, during and after. So all these, the 3 points are very important in case of the earthquake. If it occurs, then what steps we have to take? Before, what are the planning to be done to take care during the earthquake? And after, when we experience the earthquake, after that, what are the safety measures which one must have to follow? So this part of this, we can say that as a study material as a write-up, it has been included in the syllabus to just to give the awareness, to create awareness among the students. That's why this is added in the as a part of our syllabus. Before an earthquake, now the teachers to develop a school emergency plan and practice it regularly. School emergency plan means what? Means that evacuation. Very important is the evacuation plan. What it is? Evacuation plan. How to evacuate the school building, school premises, if suppose the earthquake takes place. So this comes under the before planning, not during, before planning. So while we are going to construct our school, the building of our school, proper exit plan, proper evacuation plan is required, which has to be mentioned. And the floor planning to be done. So each and every student, staff members, everybody knows about that in the means any of the worst situation. If the announcement comes or the siren goes on, then what we have to do? We have to move towards the exit door. So this comes under this heading about that to develop a school emergency plan and practice it regularly. And very often with the Miss Long bell or with the music of that the siren and emergency siren, emergency bell to be rung in the school so the children can have a regular practice about that evacuation. Then it comes keep stock of essential commodities like food, food item, drinking water, first aid and hygiene kit. These are the second most important thing which we always have to be ready with this. So these can be done beforehand. Always keep a torch, light, an emergency light actually, and a battery operated radio ready in school. So the announcement can be done because that during the earthquake, sudden that the electricity cut is also there, power cutoff is also there. So how to manage, how to control the number of children who they are on the different floors. So the battery operated radio can be used for the announcement where they have to assemble. Always switch off gas supply from the cylinder after use. Keep the list of important telephone numbers which has to be used as an emergency. Make sure that your house buildings are built as per norms laid down by the BIS, Bureau of Indian Standard Codes. Every building, before that the construction, their plan has to be passed out by the local bodies like municipalities, municipal corporations, or even if it is in the village, then village panchayat is responsible for that. So this must have to be passed by the local body. So the building can have to based or to be constructed with the proper norms of the disaster management. This is the before. Now coming to this, the during an earthquake. What are the things which we have to keep remember? First of all, very important, keep calm. Do not panic. We must have to take care about that. Creating nuisance is not the solution. So think properly by keeping yourself very calm, quiet, and do not create any type of the disturbances or the any that messages, so the panic can be created among the others also. Take cover under a study table. If suppose you are in the home, inside your room or in the school, then what we have to do? You must have to take cover yourself under the study table, desk, beams, and hold on to it to protect yourself from falling objects. Like that center of the room you should not have to stand at the center of the room where the bulbs are lying. As the initial strong tremors of an earthquake last only for a minute or so. So what is that? How long the tremors? A minute only. Or few 2 minutes, 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, like that only. Remember to perform the drop cover and hold procedure. Put out the fire, gas, electric supply quickly to prevent serious disaster. If suppose that, how long it will? The earthquake tremors, how initial strong tremors of an earthquake last only for a minute. Make up for the seconds many a times, but the very long duration may be for a minute only. So immediate after that it gets settled down, we must have to take care about the fire, the gas, electric supply, and quickly to prevent serious disaster. So all such can be switched off. If your house or building is not structurally safe, if you have idea about that, it is not very safe to stay for a long time. To take the safest way out, which is the staircase. During this earthquake, when it is just happening at that time, it's the best way to come down from the this first floor, second floor, whatever, wherever you are residing, or wherever your school or your classroom is located, it's better to use the staircase to come down. Open the door to secure a way out. That way only you have to come out if suppose you are stuck in unknown place. But everywhere, wherever it is the planning has been done according to the BIS, then they have the exit plan also showing every year. Moment if you reach to the movie hall, not on all the doors, but in some of the doors it has been written exit. So this means what? Any of this, the such type of the unavoidable circumstances, we have to take that way to move out. Do not rush to the exit point. Step out in a calm and orderly manner. Again, to prevent you from the creating any panic situation. Don't be frightened too much. Maintain the line, queue up yourself and maintain the order even while you are coming down from the stairs. When outside, if suppose you are not stuck during the earthquake inside the building, if suppose you are outside, stay in open space, away from the tall buildings, trees, lights, telephone posts, etc. If you are in a crowded place, keep calm and follow instructions given by the teacher or experts. Crowded place, then you must have to hear. Just now we have discussed about that the battery operated radio is required. So the announcement can be done. That is the beforehand, before the earthquake. And during the earthquake, it is the necessary to give the announcement in case of that the power cut is there. So in the crowded place, keep yourself calm. Do not create panic. And follow instructions given by the teacher. If you are in the school, then follow the instruction of your teacher. If you are outside, follow the instruction of experts. Carry only what you need for survival. Do not try to collect all the items from the home or from the school. First thing is that keep yourself alive, then only things are required. So whatever the things which is very required for your survival, those things only to be carried out by the people. These are follow these 7 safety tips before and after a big quake or a big earthquake. Make a plan to keep your family safe. Then have an emergency kit ready to go. If suppose any emergency kit is there and it is ready with you, directly you can just hold it and you can come down. Third, it is given, learn how to use your home's fuse and the breaker boxes. So this is also very important. Stop, drop, cover and hold during an earthquake. If suppose it happens very sudden and the tremor is very missed for a long duration, what to do at that time? You just have to hide yourself inside your study table. Drive cautiously and stop at all the intersection. Then it is that always assume and down power lines are energized and dangerous. So you must have to away from this. So these are the very important instructions which we must have to follow. After an earthquake, or what are the steps which we have to take after the earthquake? Again, we have to be very calm and expect after shocks. This is the shock which we are getting after the earthquake. Do not light candles or make a fire to gas leakage during an earthquake. This may happen. If suppose that might be happen during the earthquake. If suppose any leakage is there in the gas pipeline, in many of the big cities and many of the buildings, their cooking gas has been supplied with the pipelines. So be very careful what it says about that. Or by mistake, if you are using a cylinder for your cooking as a cooking gas, and you by mistake you did not have switched off that regulator. So in that case also, we must have to be very careful about that. Do not light the candles or make fire. Use only torch light, emergency light, and battery operated lights. So we can prevent from that the hazards of fire. Check water and electrical lines for defect and turn the system off if it is damaged. Many are places that the water supply line may be disturbed. Electrical lines may be getting disturbed and destroyed during the earthquake. So after checking it properly, we must have to switch it off to create any such type of the hazardous. Get the correct and latest information from the radio. Switch on the radio your system, which is also comes under the mass communication, and try to listen the situation of the municipalities, what the announcement comes, fire stations and the police. Give precedence to ambulance and the fire brigade. This is about that they are at the privileged. So we also have to give precedence to the ambulance as well as to the fire brigades. Obey public safety precautions. Do not enter partially damaged buildings. Immediately, there is no need to get inside the buildings. Whether it is your living place, then also you must have to avoid it. Let the experts come. Let the disaster management people to visit over there. Make them assure that now nothing can be happened. Then only you try to enter inside the building. After an earthquake, these are the steps. 5 steps have been given over here. One is about that, what we have to do immediately. Once the shaking stops, shaking means that when the tremor stops, or out from the furniture, or this is the debris that have become loose and might fall. This is all about that. This is the, suppose that this is the window panes. This is the crack happens during the tremor. So after that, while we are coming out from that, the safety where you have taken during the shaking or shaking stops, when the tremor was going on, you were inside the table, under the table, then what you have to do, watch out for furniture or debris that have become loose and might fall. Then second step is given, be on the alert for potential fires. This is about that, the fire extinguishers, gas leaks and the damage to electrical systems. Shut off main gas and the electricity lines. So being a alert citizen, this is our responsibility to do it. Step 3 is given, slowly and calmly evacuate the house, building using the stairs of emergency exits. Then it is about that, gather at designated assembly points, clear from tall structures such as power lines and buildings. Then check if there are missing people in your groups, so authorities can be alerted immediately. This is also our responsibility to take care about all such things. If any of the person is missing from our group, then it is our responsibility to inform them. So these are the steps after the earthquake we must have to take. So this is all about that, the safety measures before earthquake, during earthquake, and after earthquake. The first of all, we must have to check the planning before earthquake, the evacuation plan, then exit plan, we must have to check. Whenever or wherever we enter into the building, whether it is our living place, our residences, our schools, hospitals, public buildings, anywhere, we must have to aware about that, how to evacuate the building, even if an emergency occurs. Then during the earthquake also, we should have to be very calm and we must have to take care about this, the things, and calm calmly we have to proceed. After the earthquake also, we are not in a hurry to enter in any of the places. We have to take care about all the safety measures. So this is all about this the topic which is included as a part of your syllabus only and only for that, to bring the awareness among the students how to handle, how to manage during the natural disaster. Inside this topic,